Hi guys, it's Hannah here from foodieinspirator.com and thank you for coming back to my channel. And today it is a Wednesday when this video will be uploaded, and I'm gonna start to do something different on Wednesdays from now on. I'm gonna do more like kind of vlog, lifestyle videos, kind of giving you guys health and fitness kind of tips and tricks that I've been learning over the years and adapting over the years, and maybe what I eat in a day, kind of a day in the life video vlogs that I would love to share with you guys and that I think might be able to help you with whatever you're struggling with. So today's video topic has been on my mind for several weeks now, and I've been wondering whether I should do a video on it or not. But I did a poll on my Instagram and you guys seem to think that it would be helpful if I did. And honestly, I think it's super important that we talk about these things. So I decided, let's go for it. So the video is going to be connected to a blog post that I have written a couple of weeks back, and a lot of you said that you found it very helpful. So the title of this video, as you have seen already, is going to be how to stay healthy, fit and happy during this quarantine, and yeah, going on that. So I'm gonna have kind of 5 main tips for you guys that I've been doing myself on a daily basis or trying my absolute best to do. 2 of them I'm gonna kind of connect into a bigger one. And I'm gonna start with the smaller ones, and then we'll go into the thing I really want to share at the end. So please stay tuned. So first of all, I have found it extremely difficult to kind of get ripped out of my structure and the routine of my day when this entire quarantine started. So I was listening to a podcast recently that I'm gonna link below. I think you could find it very helpful. It's a lady called Jayann. She's a life coach in Dublin, in Ireland. And on her podcast, she recently said that what she started to do is write down 3 personal things and 3 professional things that she wants to get done every day. So in line with this, my first tip is sticking to your structure. So trying to stick to some sort of a routine. I find that writing down these 3 things that really helps me. So I've literally got a notebook, a journal style notebook, and I write down 3 professional and 3 personal things that I want to get done on a daily basis while in quarantine. This just helps me to stay focused. It helps me to prioritize the things that really need to get done versus the smaller things that are just babbling around in your head and you're just stressing yourself out with, and you will still feel productive and you'll still feel like you've done something at the end of the day. These can be anything. I mean, the personal things can be doing a load of laundry or getting the dishes done, maybe, or cleaning up your bedroom or calling your mom or calling your sister or your boyfriend. Professional things can be anything from if you're working from home, or maybe writing a blog post if you've got a blog, maybe starting a blog if you really want to start one, or learning a new language, maybe. Honestly, whatever you can come up with. I just find it really helps me personally to kind of stay on track with feeling like I'm accomplishing things during the quarantine. So that is tip number 1. Tip number 2 is to stay hydrated. I think you've heard this a gazillion times before. I think we all have, but I don't think any of us really actually do it. So I've literally got my water bottle here. It's just a 750 milliliter water bottle, and I carry this around with me all day long around the house. I fill it with frozen fruits. I just find it easier to drink that way. And trust me, if you're hydrated, you're dehydrated, you're more likely to be hungry, you're more likely to be snackish, you're more likely to overeat, which will then also make you feel bloated and crappy about yourself. Your skin also has a fantastic opportunity to clear up during the quarantine through staying hydrated. So honestly guys, it's just gonna make you feel overall so much better, trust me. So really just try and get a water bottle, or even just try and count how many glasses of water you drink in a day. It's just a small little tip and trick for self-care, but it really does help, honestly. So that was tip number 2. Tip number 3 and 4 I'm going to connect together, and this is one that I have really been kind of struggling with myself. I think most of you have, and it's very frustrating to talk about. So exercise, do some form of exercise in the day, and don't forget to eat, were tip number 3 and 4 that I'm just gonna connect. So let's just all take a moment and realize the fact that whenever personally I go on social media, all I seem to see is glow up during quarantine, let's get fit during quarantine, let's use this time to get healthy and get fit and get lean and get strong and get summer body ready and bikini body ready. Just stop. This is a global pandemic. Every single one of us are dealing with this in a very, very different way. You might have your own way of adapting to a situation. I've got my own way of adapting to a situation. And honestly, I personally do not find any of the social media pressure helpful in any way. Whatever podcast I've listened to, whatever videos I've seen on Instagram, TikTok, it's all about glowing up. I just want to say right now, you don't have to do anything during this quarantine, okay? You don't have to glow up. You don't have to be your fittest, your best self. If all you're trying to do is survive, that's okay. That is so okay. So when I say do some form of exercise in a day, and obviously don't forget to eat, what I mean is don't move, don't work out because you feel like you have to, or because you feel like you're pressurized by social media to do so, or because you feel like everyone else on social media is doing the same thing. Screw that, okay? You don't have to do that. If you're just wanting to stay in your pajamas all day eating Ben & Jerry's, that's okay, all right? That is perfectly okay. If you're looking for someone to give you permission to do that, I'm giving you permission to do that. That's fine. What I mean is move your body in some way that's going to make you feel good. So personally, I like to use yoga. I love Yoga with Adrian, for example, or Fight Master Yoga. I follow them both. I subscribe to them both on YouTube. I just find their channels are so helpful. Yoga it just brings me back to myself. It allows me to focus inwards as opposed to focusing outwards on all the noise that's going on in the world right now. It'll just help you calm down, just keep your body calmer, and just make you feel more connected to the world around us, but also to yourself. And you don't do it because you feel like you have to, or because you feel like you've got no other choice, or because everyone else is doing it, but you should do it because you want to, and because it makes you feel good, and you want to feel good from the inside out as opposed to how you look on the outside. So whether for you that's yoga or dancing or going for a run or maybe doing a workout with a yoga mat, that's okay. But please, please, please don't feel like you have to fall into this glow up category. It doesn't matter if the worst thing that happens to us at the end of this quarantine is that we need to buy a bigger pair of pants. Woohoo, what a great outcome that is, given the fact that there are people dying and people losing family members, and there's people having to work on the front lines who are in direct contact with this disease. That is so, it just fades in comparison. And I know it's hard, and I know it's difficult to not fall into this kind of trap of self-guilt, and you're snackish, and we're all eating more than we normally would be eating. But that takes me on to my next point actually. So tip number 4 is just eat, okay? You still need to eat. I know we're not as active as we are when we're going about our daily routines, not in a quarantine. I used to walk upwards of 10,000 steps a day, and now I'm maybe getting out for 3-4 kilometers a day. So it's really, we're not as active, but guys, your body still needs food to survive. Just to do your regular bodily functions, you still need to eat. So please don't feel like you need to do a workout in order to deserve the meal, or to give yourself the permission to eat. You must work on those calories. That is not how this works. You need to remember to eat. And I know we're all craving pasta and pizza and kind of bready, doughy, comforting carbohydrate products. I know I do. And that's okay. Just try and add some little elements to it that's gonna bring more nourishment into your body. So for example, if you're having pasta, I love to add maybe peanuts or cashew nuts on top of your pasta, or if you're vegan, nutritional yeast is great. It also gives you that cheesy flavor. I also add milled chia seeds and flax seeds on top of my pasta, or you can add them whole too. You can add a small few slices of avocado, maybe just a sprinkle of rocket salad on top, anything to add a little bit of extra nutrition to your meals. And if you're hungry, just listen to your body. I know we all hear this so much and it's so tough to do, but really just try and cue into your hunger signals. And when you are hungry, just eat. You don't need to move to eat. That is just a basic need that we all have, okay? So I just wanted to get that out there. I'm so sick of seeing all these posts on social media, and I really don't think they're helping any of us. And look, if you're struggling with this right now, if you feel like you're constantly eating, I feel you, okay? I feel you. I'm literally sitting there stuffing my face like 6 times a day. I know what it's like. But we're all in this together, and it is a really, really tough time for everyone. And if this video will reach one person and I can make one person feel a little bit better about themselves or about how they're feeling about the situation right now, then I have completed my job. So please I understand how you feel, I really do, but just try not to get sucked into it, and remember that not everything on social media is how it actually is in reality, okay? Because it's very easy to pull your pants up and take a photo and look posed, but that's not what you actually look like in reality at all. So I really just wanted to get that point across because it's been on my mind for so long, and I feel like we're all getting sucked into this black hole of just glow up, and it's just not healthy. It's just extra pressure where there doesn't need to be any pressure. So my number 5th tip to finish out this video is really just gonna be to just have some compassion for yourself. Honestly, like, this is so different for all of us. As I've said before, everyone is gonna react to this in a different way, and if you're struggling, that's okay. Reach out to someone, call a friend. If you follow someone on social media, DM them, maybe try and, you know, ask their opinion for what they're doing to get through this. Just connect with people. Chances are they're more than likely gonna be feeling the exact same way that you are. And what I personally have been finding super helpful is listening to podcasts lately. Most people who have a podcast nowadays tend to kind of include episodes about the quarantine and how to cope with it and coping mechanisms, and I personally find that super helpful because I feel like I can relate to them, and I feel like I'm not alone going through this right now. So if you want, I can link some of those podcast episodes in the description box below. I think that they might truly help you guys. And I really just wanted to get that out there. So stay hydrated, stick to some sort of routine, write down those 6 things, personal and professional, in the day. They really will help you feel a little bit more accomplished. Exercise, but don't do it because you feel like you have to, but just do anything really, even just 20 minutes to an hour in a day that's gonna make you feel better. Just do some little bit just to get your body moving. Trust me, this works. And remember to eat. You need to eat, and just have some self-compassion. So that's it, guys. Those are my 5 tips, and I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I really hope that you can relate and that I've been helpful in some ways. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. It really helps me get the word out there and reach more people with the recipes and the tips. And disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian or a fitness instructor or anything like that, but I have experience with this personally, and I have been trained by fitness instructors and nutritionists and dietitians before. I've worked with them, so I have some insight into what this world of health is all about a little bit. So I really just wanted to share my part, and I really want to create content that is helpful for you guys and that really gives you some value, and I really hope that I managed to do that with this video. So yeah, thank you for sticking with me, and thank you for returning to the channel, and if you're new, then thank you for being here, and onwards and upwards, guys. We'll get through this, we will. So until next time, see you in the next video.